So, you know, people watch my videos on YouTube, which I'm always very grateful for, and they leave comments. And obviously I've got that big radio desk set up, and I've got a couple of HF radios, and then I've got other CB radios that people have very kindly sent me and things. And people sort of say to me, well, you know, Fred, what did you start with when you come back on CB? Well, this is what I started with. This is a Maycom EM-27, a 80 channel radio. It's a full UK legal radio, just the 4 watts out the back, and this is the 27/97 regulation. This was the sort of second regulation that Ofcom come out with, where they allowed you to receive and transmit on the 40 sept mid block, like the which we used to call the Euro channels. I don't know if we can call that now in Brexit, or I don't know. So it had the 80 channels. Yeah, I mean, overall it's a nice looking little unit. It's very small. It would be an ideal size if you were going to sort of take it up, maybe for a bit of DXing, and you know, control wise, yeah, it's not bad actually. All the controls, you know, reasonably okay. It's got an RF gain control, which is quite handy for local contacts. Squelch is a little bit sharp. It's a little bit sharp, but what I didn't like about it, and I still don't like about it, is that it's got a very weak little audio amplifier in it, so that all of the stations that you receive, they sound pretty scratchy. They sound pretty crap, really. It just sounds like it's like a little tiny transistor radio, and it has got a very small speaker, as you'd expect. And I have tried this through an external speaker, and to be honest, for my opinion, it doesn't really make a lot of difference. So it lets the radio down. It's a shame, really, because everything else, you know, you've got the channel display, and also you've got the frequency display, which is quite decent, but everything else about it is perfectly okay. It's just that the receiving audio, you know, is pretty weak. Even if you get stronger stations sort of coming in, I did record a little bit before for mobile stations, so let me just let you watch that, and that'll show you what I mean.
Well, I can see a space over that way, over Hitchin Way. I'm looking to my left. I've got black cloud just in front of me, but there is some blue. Over the other direction is what's just left me, I think, because the rain was coming from the left, and over to the right is thick grey cloud.
So that guy there was probably about 5 or 6 miles away from my QTH, but it's a scratchy kind of nasty audio. Do you know what I mean? It's a very tinny. It's almost like a little kind of transistor radio that you used to carry around in your pocket. So you know you can sort of see what I hear. I'll try and get a radio check on this to see if it will work better with a sort of more local station. But as I say, you know, it's got the you've got the mid block on there. You've got the European channels. I don't suppose anyone's on. So you got the mid block 40, pretty dead at the moment, and it's relatively sensitive, but it's just that, you know, scratchy audio. So a 27/97 regulation radio, would I recommend it? No, honestly, I would not. No, I wouldn't recommend it. You know, you're better off probably with a CRT one, which will probably cost you what, 45 quid or something, and save the 35 quid and buy a silver rod. So not one that I'd recommend. Comes with a little standard Maycom microphone. It's got some presets on there, which is quite good, and also you've got the channel up and down buttons. Yeah, it's pretty standard, isn't it? And yeah, it's probably better than I was going to say than the CRT M6 microphone. Straight out the box, this is probably better than this one, but it's still not a particularly good microphone. But I don't think it's really worth attaching a power microphone to it, even for 25 quid.
Yeah, I know he comes on and has a session on the radio, and Johnny Jappacate was telling me, and then he goes and drifts off onto something else, but he likes his music, doesn't he, Rob? Yeah, Roger, mate, Roger, Rob, I'm not that myself, I'm a bit fickle like that.
So we've just got Dave on here. Tango Mike 061 is my usual guy who's just going to give me a radio check on this little Maycom EM27. You can hear Rob there coming in. And to my mind, it just doesn't bring the distant stations in particularly well. Dave sounds quite nice on it, but just doesn't bring the other ones in.
Signal report as well, Rob. He's just getting another radio he wants to check on. I'll just see if he's there. Just stand by a minute, Rob. Cheers, mate. Hope everybody's okay your way. I'll just give Fred a shout there. Yeah, Fred, 1664, you by?
Yeah, that's a Roger, Dave. 1664 for you. This is on a Maycom EM27, just an 80 channel rig, Dave, and with a little bit of help from the 203. But yeah, what does this one sound like, Dave? Over.
Yeah, that's pretty good, mate. No problem at all. Signal 9, radio 5. Yeah, it's good.
I'm just going to go on standard power, Dave, just to 4 watts, just to see how it sounds on straight out the back, Dave. Over.
Yeah, go ahead, Fred, and I'm standing by, mate.
Right, it's just 4 watts. Okay, Dave, just on the 4 watts now. 4 watts legal power. 4 watts legal power. So how's that coming across, Dave?
Yeah, you give me a signal 6 and a radio 4, Fred.
It's not bad, is it? Well, there you go, Dave. So, you know, just proves that a 50 quid, 60 quid radio and an Antron 99, 4 watts legal power, and we're what, probably, I don't know, 6 miles away. So you can still get out on basic power, Dave. Over.
Yeah, definitely there, Fred. So yeah, all good stuff. It's working okay. When you wound the old power up, it's very clear, and as I say, a good signal as well there, Fred.
Oh, cheers, Dave. Well, that's one radio that's working okay. I bought this one when I very first came back on radio. I'm not in love with it, do you know what I mean? The receiver's a little bit tinny. It's not my favourite radio. I think you can do better, but it seems to do the job. It seems to work, certainly on local contacts, Dave. Over.
Certainly doing that, Fred. You know, no problem at all, mate. You know, it's doing the biz, and that's it. That's what it's all about. Yeah, you still there, Rob?
Yeah, all copied, Dave. Yeah, I've got to go myself in a minute, but super praise to Fred there. You can probably hear me now. I've put me a little bit of help on. Oh dear. Yeah, that's what I'm using now, Dave, at MD100. I have mixed reports on this microphone. Over.
Well, if you have mixed reports, mate, you know, don't worry about it.
So there you go. You know, with stronger signals, the little Maycom, I don't suppose it works bad, really. Or maybe I'm being a bit too critical in my old age.
No problem at all there, Rob. It sounds good, mate.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I suppose in fairness, it doesn't sound bad on stronger signals, but weaker signals, it's just the audio is very, very thin, and I'm running it through the extension speaker. So there you go. That's the Maycom, the EM27. I think you can pick these up. I don't know if they're still made new, but I think I paid less than 70 quid for this. I see them on eBay every now and then. They go for about £40. So it's not a bad little rig for 40 quid. Just think you can do probably a little bit better. But there it is. Nice looking radio anyway. Well, cheers. Just a quick review. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, stay safe and catch you all on the next one.